Hi, my name is Griet Verbeek from the Faculty of Architecture and Art, Hasselt University, Belgium, and I want to present our postgraduate program, Building Beyond Borders, that we developed with our colleagues, and which is a project-based learning from, with, and for the world. Hasselt University has adopted the model of a civic university, which means that we want to use our academic excellence in response to needs and demands of society, and there is a lot of project-based learning. Building Beyond Borders is a postgraduate program that has been set up since 2018-2019 with the aim to enrich the skills of students by exploring and practicing sustainable architecture abroad. There are 10 educational objectives which you can find in the paper, but there's a large focus on sustainable development and global citizenship, non-conventional design and build approaches, and working with local communities, multidisciplinary experts and building professionals, and this both from a theoretical point of view as in practice. What is the setup of the program? The educational strategy is that it should be project-based learning, and we want the students to study, design, and build in an unfamiliar context. This means that, originally we planned to have a project each year, a project that is designed and built, and the projects are selected based on a high beneficial impact on local community, a support base within the community. There should also be financial and practical support from the community and from sponsors and donors, and there should be a high potential for innovation in architecture and sustainability. And then this selected project is the basis, the leitmotif of the academic program. This consists of 2 modules of each 20 ECTS. There is a module A, which takes place on campus and is a skills lab towards sustainable architecture. And there is module B, which takes place on site, on the building site, and which is a live lab of a sustainable design and build project. Some outcomes of the pilot edition, first edition, where we had 19 candidates out of 7 different countries with very different backgrounds, and most of them had very limited experience as a practitioner. In Module A, we had a lot of lectures and workshops on locally available low-impact materials, on intercultural understanding and sociocultural aspects of building, on mapping and representation techniques as a means of communication, as there often can be a language barrier, on collaborative designing and a lot of hands-on activities, and also during Module A, there was an on-site field study prospection for the design builds project. The design build project for this pilot edition was a women's house in Oulet Merzouk in Morocco, near the Atlas Mountains, and it is meant as a center for education and empowerment of women. And we worked with a project architect, which was a BC Architects and Study from Brussels, Belgium, and because they already had experience from building a primary school in the same village of Oulet Merzouk. Here you see some pictures above from the Module A on campus, and below from Module B on the site, where the students have been building together with local workers and together with the women this project. Some lessons learned. First, from a participant perspective, they really liked the mix of profiles of the participants, but they said that there was too little time on group dynamics and also too little time for open discussions. They also liked the wide range of topics that were presented, especially the hands-on activities, but still during the design they felt that there was some in-depth theoretical and practical information missing on, for instance, water use, energy, and so on. And also they experienced the study load as higher than initially expected. They designed in different groups. They had each their own design proposal, and they found it positive as it gave different perspectives to the project, but at the same time, it also created a feeling of competition between the groups, which led to an increased workload and pressure. From the tutor's perspective, we really loved the responsibility, involvement, and motivation of the participants, but this was really outstanding. But for us, it was highly labor intensive before and throughout the program. There were also some tensions with the project architect because we noticed that there were divergent interests, goals and preferences between the participants on one side and the project architect on the other side. We saw and liked that, and was also meant that local women were involved in the design process, and there was quite some effort done to that, but still we saw, because of the uncertainties during the design process, that the participation was still too shallow, and also the designing in group should be addressed better. We thought that, well, and we had a lot of theoretical courses and practical exams offered to the students, but still we noticed that there was a lot of uncertainty on sustainability issues during the design process. So this was still knowledge missing. And with the aim of creating one project per year, we really experienced timing issues. So what are the perspectives for future editions? We think there is the need for a facilitator as an impartial actor. There's also a need for more expertise in collaborative and participatory design. During the module B, during the building process, it's really important that a staff collaborator is permanently on the building site to deal with issues. Because of the timing issues, we decided to for the future editions to take place every 2 years, and in between we organize a biannual symposium to reflect on the intercultural collaboration in build project, because we still notice that this is a quite sensible aspect. So our first fall symposium on building beyond borders will be organized in November in Hasselt, Belgium, where we want to reflect on the dynamisms of intercultural collaboration in build projects. It's the same virtual symposium. You're all welcome there, and you can find more information on the website. Thank you.